The Apple Watch Series 12 could be one of Apple's most important smartwatch upgrades in years. While the overall design may look familiar, Apple appears to be focusing on the things that actually matter in everyday use: performance, battery life, Siri, multitasking, and health tracking. And if the latest reports are accurate, Series 12 could bring several major improvements under the hood that users may notice every single day. The biggest change could start with performance. Apple Watch Series 12 is rumored to feature a new processor, reportedly carrying the codename T8320, and potentially marketed as the S12 chip. This could deliver a significant performance boost compared with previous generations, while also improving power efficiency. More importantly, the extra processing power could prepare the Apple Watch for Apple's next generation of smarter Siri and AI-powered features. Another important upgrade could be more RAM. Apple Watch Series 12 is rumored to receive additional memory, which could make multitasking much smoother. Instead of constantly refreshing apps when you switch between them, the watch could keep more apps active in the background. That means faster app switching, smoother navigation, and a more responsive experience overall. It may sound like a small hardware change, but combined with a faster processor, it could make the Series 12 feel noticeably quicker. Battery life could also become one of the biggest selling points. Apple is reportedly focusing heavily on efficiency, and a more efficient processor combined with improved internal hardware could help the Series 12 last longer between charges. For users who track sleep, workouts, heart rate, and other health data throughout the day, even a few extra hours could make a major difference. Apple could finally be moving closer to making multi-day battery life more realistic on the standard Apple Watch. However, improving battery life may not be completely straightforward. Apple could potentially use a larger battery, but that could create a difficult design decision. A bigger battery might increase the thickness or weight of the watch. Apple has always focused heavily on making the Apple Watch comfortable and compact, so the company will need to balance battery capacity with the familiar lightweight design users expect. Health tracking could be another major area of improvement. Apple Watch Series 12 is expected to feature more advanced sensors and improved health monitoring capabilities. These upgrades could potentially improve the accuracy of measurements, such as heart rate, blood oxygen, stress-related metrics, and other wellness data. While Apple already offers an impressive health ecosystem, better sensors could make the Series 12 even more useful for fitness enthusiasts and people who rely on their watch for everyday health insights. There is also an interesting possibility involving the Apple Watch Band. Some reports suggest Apple could eventually integrate additional sensing technology directly into the band. If that happens, the band itself could become an important part of the Apple Watch's health tracking system. That could open the door to new types of measurements and features, but there is also a downside. If certain health features require specialized bands, existing Apple Watch owners may need to purchase new accessories to take full advantage of them. Software could be just as important as the hardware. With a faster chip and more RAM, Apple could make watchOS feel significantly smoother. Siri could become more capable, especially with more processing happening directly on the device. Imagine asking Siri to set reminders, send messages, start workouts, control smart home devices, or answer questions without constantly depending on an internet connection. That kind of on-device intelligence could make the Apple Watch much more useful when you're traveling, exercising, or simply away from your phone. Of course, all of these upgrades could come with a higher price. The Apple Watch Series 12 is rumored to start somewhere around $399 to $429 for the base model, although the final pricing could change depending on Apple's configuration and market. Compatibility with older bands could also become an important question if Apple introduces new sensors or changes the accessory system. For existing Apple Watch owners, the real value will depend on how many of these new features actually require upgrading. Overall, Apple Watch Series 12 appears to be more about meaningful improvements than a dramatic redesign. If these reports turn out to be accurate, we could see a faster S12 processor, more RAM, smarter on-device Siri, improved battery efficiency, better multitasking, and more advanced health tracking, all packed into a familiar Apple Watch design. The biggest question is whether these upgrades will be enough to convince current Apple Watch owners to upgrade. Would you buy the Apple Watch Series 12, or would you rather wait for the Apple Watch Ultra 4? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.